Okay, now we're going to look at pivot tables. And pivot tables are just kind of a way to look at subtotals and sums and do a little bit of analysis of this big data set. So here we are in our state employee database. And let's put this into a pivot table. Click anywhere in it and go up to Data, Pivot Table. First thing you're going to get is this cryptic pop-up. It's just asking you what all data do you want to analyze, and this means this spreadsheet. Here's its name down here, and it's saying all the data from the top left, which is A1, down to bottom right, which is E207573. And it puts this line around it, so you'll know also. So click OK. Don't worry if yours doesn't look like mine. It probably won't, but it'll look something like this. It'll have a little table over here and a display area over here. So let's look at payroll by organization. We know pay can get pretty high at Augusta University, so what's the total payroll there? Click and drag the word organization down here to row labels. Okay, so now we've got every state agency, college, every organization we're dealing with. And let's click and drag the word salary down into values. Mine happens to default to sum of salary. If yours doesn't default to sum of salary, there'll be a way to change that. My version is by pressing this little button here. Your version might be different. But we want to look at sum of salary here. So once you get sum of salary here, what's the data we've got? What this pivot table is doing is looking at all the ABAC employees, summing up their salary. Look at all the state accounting office employees, summing up their salary. So this is just total payroll by organization. You can also sort this from highest to lowest, like we did before. Data, sort, descending. Biggest payroll is at Georgia Tech, then UGA, then Georgia State, etc. If you scroll to the bottom, which is a short scroll because we don't have that many organizations, there's a grand total of payroll statewide. So this is just the payroll for each of these organizations. But you can look at other things. Say I want to know the average salary at each of these organizations. Oops. I'm going to change this sum to average. On my version, I use this little button. Choose average. So here's the average salary at each of these places. It changed it up here so you know what you're looking at, average of salary. Georgia Tech pay is a good bit better than UGA pay. Could be that UGA has a lot of like student aides and employees pulling down the average. I don't know. But we can sort by that too. Some versions of Excel have this little auto sort button, but this is just the same as going to data sort. Let me sort it the other way. Okay, here's the departments where average pay is the highest. Pretty much got investment managers. That may also be investment managers. I'm not sure who that is. The ports, the courts, the state's IT department, and so on. And that's it. No, the average there is almost $31,000. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is go to a different data set. We're going to try pivot tables with an Atlanta Police Department data set, and that'll be in the next video.